All right, today I want to talk about uchikomis. Uchikomis in judo are a repetitive motion where you work the entry of a throw. Now typically they're done with a person and you work the specific footwork and entry for a certain throw, or they're done with resistance tubes into a door. And those are the preferred ways to do it. But a lot of people don't understand that you can do shadow uchikomis by yourself. And it's something that a lot of people at my gym, even though I teach judo as part of my jiu-jitsu class, they don't like doing throws, they don't like getting thrown, so they even like partner up with me sometimes to do throws. So what I'll do sometimes to warm up, and it's a great way to warm up, or just practice your throws, and it really helps you work on the explosiveness, because you can't do a judo throw really slow. It's never going to work for you. They have to be fast, they have to be explosive. So I do shadow uchikomis a lot of times. I do it, especially in the winter time when I want to warm up. I'll spend 5 or 10 minutes just on one section of the mat doing shadow uchikomis, and you just have to understand the movement for the particular throw that you want to do. Like for example, like seonagi, the shoulder throw. I'm way too tall at 6'6" to do that, but it's something that you could practice. I could be here, pull up, boom, boom, right here, boom. I understand the footwork, right? I know the footwork from years of step, rotate, here. You don't want to practice it like that, you want to practice it fast. That's one example. Me personally, I love Tayatoshi. Probably my favorite throw. Very powerful throw, and you need to be explosive with it. Again, with Tayatoshi, I can't do it slow because I'm never going to throw anyone. When you learn it, you can learn it slow, but to practice it, you have to practice it fast, or you're never going to have success. So with Tayatoshi, I'll come in here and just, boom. Notice I'm dropping it. Boom. It looks like one movement, but I'm doing it. It's 3 separate ones that I'm doing. And notice I'm pulling, I'm getting the invisible kazushi, pull, boom, getting that position, bent, right? You want to practice perfect technique. Boom, boom, right? Uchimata is another one that I use on occasion. Not a huge throw in my arsenal, but a throw I use. Now with Uchimata, the great thing is you can use a wall. You can come here, step, turn, boom. And this helps you develop balance. Holding on to the wall, make sure it's straight. Right, I recommend beginners do this. But as an advanced guy, there's no walls in a judo tournament typically. There are in dojos and gyms for safety, but in a judo tournament, there's no wall. So you can just step, step, turn, drop that head. There's different ways to do these. I'm doing them the way I was taught. So it's gonna vary person to person, but just, notice as my head drops, my leg comes up. I tend to do my uchimatas off of a wizard grip, so I can stay here, get your pull. All right. Osoto, that's a staple in my arsenal, right? Osotos, I like to use the wall for, even though, again, there's no walls in judo competitions, but Osoto, just come in here, boom, 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 explode. Right? You get into that uchimata motion with the Osoto, so that's why I like to practice it on the wall. Boom. Do that entry, do that step, and then occasionally up to the finish. Up, 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 finish. Right? Foot sweeps, your ashiwaza. Those are easy. Those are the easiest ones to practice shadow. Your daiashi, just here. Notice practicing them, speed. I'm not going to do it in a match like this. I'm going to do it in a match like this. All right. Sasai, another staple in my game. Here. Move around. Treat it like a match. Matches aren't in a straight line. They're dynamic. They're circular. They're angular. Then when you understand that, just like shadow boxing for striking, you can do combinations, right? One I do quite a bit is I'll do Sasai to Tayatoshi here. Right? I think I move pretty well for a guy that's 6'6", 265 right now. Right? Sasai, Osoto. Shadow training is nothing new, especially in the striking room. I know guys that make hour-long workouts in boxing and kickboxing, world champions in both, that just shadow. It's amazing. And the way your body feels after, it's a heck of a workout, but it trains speed, proper technique, and if you're sore, it's a great option. If you're super sore from doing judo 3 or 4 or 5 days a week, and you still want to train, because you don't want the resistance of pulling on anyone or even any resistance at all, because even if someone's standing there, they're resisting you somewhat. Come in and do this. You can do it for time, which, you know, is typically what I do. You can do it for numbers. Typically, I'll set the timer for 2 minutes, and I'll do 2 minutes of Taitoshi. And, you know, a minute break, I'll come out, Sasai. Commit to it. You know, and then you can start doing combinations. Like I said, that's a little bit more advanced. But this is something I do all the time to keep my throws fast, keep them alive. Because judo, just like wrestling, jiu-jitsu, you can be a lot slower and a lot more methodical. It's just hard to be slow when it comes to takedowns. You can be methodical, you can be a technician, absolutely. But it's hard to, you know, come in and just get a grip and just get the perfect throw. You have to grip fast, you have to pull fast, and you have to enter the throw fast. And that's what this teaches you. You have nothing to grip, so you have to work on that separately. You have nothing to pull, you have to work on that separately. But I have to move fast. There it is. Just, you know, make sure you have your technique down. You don't want to hurt yourself. But this is a great way to get a great workout in and enhance your athleticism, explosiveness, and your skill at the same time. So shout out uchikomis. Don't overlook them for your judo training.